there, what's up guys? So yeah, I'm here inside Dubai Mall. I just came to check out on some pianos. I want to get a piano, so I don't know if they have the one that I want, so I'm just here to find out. And also it's been a while I ate Chinese food. I really love Chinese food, so I also want to eat some Chinese food. Yeah, but before that, I took some trades this week on Euro USD. 2 trades actually. One was a loss, so I would like to just break it down so that you can also get to learn something from these 2 trades. So let's just jump into it.
Yeah, so if you take a look at my chart, these are the 2 trades that I'm talking about. This was the loss and this was the other trade. So let me just break it down. Let's start from the 4H time frame. So if you look at the 4H time frame, just looking at this level, we can see that price is very bullish. We keep on breaking highs, right? So this is a bullish structure, and since this is a bullish structure, what we want is to be following the trend, right? And I'll just speak more on that later, but let's just start from right here, right? So here, this was last week. Price created left head, right shoulder, and then we took out this high, right? After taking out this high, price pulled back to that same neckline area and then it started pushing to the upside, right? So this was the high that price created. And if you understand flag patterns, taking a look at this, we have this nice impulsive phase, we have this correction, right? What we're anticipating is the same leg, something like that, to the upside, right? This will be the completion of this flag. So when we open this week right here, I was still looking at price pushing to the upside, at least to this level, or even breaking this level to the upside. So this was my thought process when the market opened. So let's begin from where the market opened. When the market opened, this was the structure. We had this corrective structure and then price pushed to the upside. I was not involved in this structure. I missed an entry somewhere here. But looking at this, I saw price breaking this high. We created a new high and then we pulled back, right? We were still not close to this level, so I was still anticipating price pushing one more time to at least this level or even breaking above, right? So this is when I came in. On Tuesday when I woke up, I saw price breaking this high. We pulled back, and then what I had to do is just to wait for that pullback and then get an entry. So if you take a look at this structure, this was the pullback phase on the 15 minutes. Price was creating lower lows and lower highs. I just had to wait for the structure to shift from bearish to bullish right here, right? When we took out this high, waited for the pullback on the 5 minutes, and then I got an entry somewhere here with my stop loss there, right? And if you take a look at this, this is also a nice impulse and correction structure, which means I'm expecting price to push up again. So this is the level, right? I'm expecting this same leg at least to the upside like that, to even break this high, right? So this was my entry and this was the reason why I entered. But as you can see, I got stopped out. This was on Tuesday. We had PPI news, so let me just take you there. Now cut the price to that level so that you can witness exactly what happened. So before the news was released, this was the structure. Let's just take a look at this. Right here, you can see price came down to hit my stop loss and then started moving in that same direction that I anticipated. So this was it, and I was already out. I didn't even bother to get in again, so I was out. So this was the first trade that I took on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, just coming back to the structure, this high got taken out, right? So which means I'm actually expecting price to keep on trading to the upside, right? So let's also go down lower time frame. This was around 1 a.m. I'm already in bed, so let's just forward this, right? I came in the market around the landing session. That's my trading time. So let's go to 11 a.m. somewhere here. Yeah, 11 a.m. So this is when I got into the market, right? If I was trading the Asia session, probably this way I would have gotten in. I will go down the lower time frame and look at this pullback right here and then get in somewhere here. But since I'm not, I woke up and price was somewhere here, right? So I'm not gonna look for an entry at this level because price is already high. Somewhere I'm not gonna get in here, right? I'm gonna wait for a retracement. If you take a look at the 1H time frame, you can see price created a high here, a low, high, low. We took out this high, created a new high, a low, and right here we took out this high as well. So when we took out that high, I was waiting for a retracement and then a push to the upside, right? So this is what I did on the 5-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame as well, you can see price is creating higher highs and higher lows. This is a high, this is a low, a high, a low, a new high, then price is pulling back, right? So I'm just waiting for that nice retracement so that I'll be able to get in. So this was when I got in. We broke that high, created a new high, then price is pulling back currently. So exactly right here, structure shifted right here, high, low. We took out this high, created a new high, a new low, created a new high. So we are creating higher highs and higher lows. But right here, structure shifted from this higher low. We broke this low, so we created a lower low, right? Which means we are now bearish. So I'm waiting for this 15-minute bearish structure to shift from this trend to bullish, right? So this is basically market structure. So let's forward it as well. So we created a lower low, lower high, new lower low, lower high, and we are creating a new lower low. So the very moment I see price breaking this high, this is where my entry will come in, right? So take a look at this right here. Right here, exactly this level, right? Exactly this level. When market broke that high right here, this is where I got in, right? So this was my entry with my stop loss somewhere here, and then my TP at this level. My TP was all the way at this level. Why? I will explain why, right? But take a look at this. This was Wednesday as well. We had CPI news coming through, and this will happen, right? So when the CPI came in, price moved massively to the upside, then it came down again, and started going back again. We just played around that zone, and then eventually price got to that level, right? So this was the second trade. So why did I even target this level as my TP? Now let's go back to the daily time frame. This is where I'm just gonna talk about market structure. So if you take a look at market structure, whenever price is trading to the downside like that, lower low and lower high, if this trend is gonna shift from bearish to bullish, what we want to see is a break of that previous high like that. The very moment we break that high, this is a sign that the price is gonna move to the upside, because the character of a downtrend is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. The very moment we see price creating higher high, higher low, higher high is not a character of a downtrend, right? Higher high is a character of an uptrend. So the very moment we start creating those characters on a downtrend, there's a change of character and we are expecting price to go in a different direction, right? So you need to understand the difference between a pullback and a change of trend, right? So this is actually a change of trend. What about this? If you have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and price starts to create something like that, right? Is this a change of trend, or this is just a pullback? This is just a pullback. Why? Because the previous high has not been broken, right? If you take a look at this, this is the high that took out this low, right? And after we took out this low, we have not created any significant lower high like that. Price is creating higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, like that. So this is just a pullback. And when it comes to pullback, that we have different levels where price is likely to pull back to. This is where people add the fair value gaps and other blocks and other stuff that they add on the chart, right? Basically to predict where the market is likely to pull back to before going to the downside, right? Because personally, I don't know where the market is likely to go. We can only be able to identify that, okay, indeed price is going to reverse at this level and come down. When we go down the lower time frames and focus on the market structure that is within this pullback phase. Also, that is why we have the Fibonacci levels, right? So we draw this level just to anticipate where price is likely to pull back to. So with these Fibonacci tools, you can see we have the 38.2. I added some few levels, but don't mind it, so this is it. As long as price had not broken above this 100%, I mean where we started pulling the fib, this level, as long as price had not broken above, this is still a downtrend. The very moment we see price just crossing this level, this is something else, right? So this is a change of character. Price is broken this, creating a new higher high, and this is where we will anticipate a pullback. And once we get any shift, we will start looking for buying opportunities because this high had been broken, right? Basically it's like that. So if you take a look at this structure on the daily time frame, what can you see? Right, what I can see is price was creating lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then we created a new lower low. Price tried to pull back with this candlestick, but as you can see, this next move didn't break this low, so we started creating higher high. So there's a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So on the daily time frame, this move is just a pullback, right? On the 4H, if you go down the 4H, you will see nice high high, higher low. On the 4H, it's an uptrend, right? But on the daily, this is just a pullback. So we could expect price dropping as long as this high has not been broken, right? So I remember when price was somewhere here, I was anticipating that, okay, price could just get to this level and then drop. Price didn't do that. We continue creating higher highs and higher lows like that, right? So this was the last high that price created before breaking this low, right? So this is the high that took out this low, right? So I was just looking at this high. This is the reason why my TP was at this level, right? So when price was creating highs and higher lows, looking at my left, I'm not seeing any significant level where I can place my TP. So I just had this zone as an area where I want to see what price will do, right? Basically, I want to see what price will do. Is price gonna give me any reversal structure when we get into this zone for us to say that, okay, indeed price is gonna reverse and continue going to the downside, or price is gonna break above for us to continue this uptrend, basically, right? So when price was creating high highs and higher lows within these levels, this is where I had my TP level. That is basically the reason why my TP level was at this area, right? So if you take a look at this structure as well, the example that I made, right, there's a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and as you can see with this, price took out this previous high. So here we cannot say this is a pullback. This is actually change of structure. Price has shifted from bearish to bullish. We are creating high highs and higher lows now, right? Same refers to this one. Here we were creating lower lows and lower highs, and then price took out the previous high like that. So we cannot call this a pullback. This is a change of structure where price has shifted from bearish to bullish, right? So you cannot compare these two structures with this, right? So the ability to identify a pullback from an actual change of trend is very important.